We're
Oh my
good.
God, I need some of your energy, girl.
Listen, I'm digging so deep right now for you all. Digging deep on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Digging deep for my reset.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, first of all, Livy, I want to say kudos to you for having such a busy weekend. And I mean busy because you had all your family, you did a party yesterday, you went to an auction today. And not only did you go to the auction, but you've already posted a video that I just watched on YouTube about said auction. Talk about a productive Sunday.
Did you like it?
I loved it. Holy moly. I was like, look at Girl on Fire on a Sunday.
I am so tired right now. Like, I'm barely keeping it together.
I
Like,
can't imagine.
by this much, I'm keeping it together. I didn't even finish my shipping yet. I have so much shipping. Yeah.
I
Hey,
can't
Stuart.
even imagine. Stuart, your ears must have been burning this weekend because I talked a lot about you talking about Gatlinburg and things we're doing. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, and here's our other bestie, Jill.
Jill's in the house.
Rest-
So I just listened to the List Perfectly Live from Friday because I couldn't listen on Friday where our buddy Pam Arnold was on. And
Yes.
wow, she did a phenomenal job. First of all, you got to go listen to it. I was so proud of her. I mean, it was just great. But the other thing that's happening is Jill's going to be on next week.
Oh, is she?
She is, and I had to hear it from that instead of our friend Jill. I was like,
Look at our sea chatters doing all good.
I know.
Nobody wants to tell us they do all good. Why?
I don't know.
Why do we have to hear it other places? Just saying.
I really love when everybody's out there doing stuff to be able to, listen and watch them and support them.
So, okay, I got to post this up real quick because you don't even know. Right now, Stuart's saying he's looking forward to Gatlinburg, but little does he know, Nicole and I are planning some things, and we'll see how much you all love us when it's all said and done.
Oh man!
Look, there's our Canadian girl is in the house.
Yes.
Hello.
So what is everybody? Oh, she was going to tell us all this. Did I ruin the surprise? I'm so sorry. Spelt stuff. Yes, I love that word. Spelt.
Howdy.
Yeah.
Are you going to beat me up like Johnny and Wes do on the podcast? Well, actually, I can't do that to you because that's not our friendship. Our friendship is, but I can't promise that Samantha and Libby won't.
I won't. I'll promise. I'll lay it out right here. No way.
Samantha beats everybody up. That's who you really need to be scared of. She's going to take everybody down.
Yeah, and if I don't hear from Wes soon about scheduling you guys, I might be beating up on Wes. I'm not sure.
Hey, Stuart would like to see a little bit of that, I'm sure. Something tells me.
By the way, Stuart, your reel was awesome. You did with Wes. That was super cute. I loved it.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Did you email him? Stuart wants to know.
I emailed all of you at the same time, I think.
You better check it because she said she emailed us something to y'all and I haven't seen it. So I'm just kidding. I know mine's probably my fault.
I will check that. Since I'm doing the reseller reset, I better
do that now.
And check that.
All right. So I have to tell you something that's in my mind because I was doing my resetting in my online calendar again. And one of the things that I realized I am doing each week is I've got to do better at like a flow chart kind of plan, because I'm not giving myself the kudos or the pats on the back. Like I'll just put up there, edit episode, whatever, but I don't put in there all the things that means that like there's so many tasks under that should be their own to-do list, right? Like creating the reels, creating the wow post, creating the thumbnail, like those are all things that have to get done. And I'm putting them under one thing. And I think that it needs to go further down the chart. Like I need to break it down even more.
Okay.
Am I overthinking it? But I feel like I'll be less likely to miss something if I'm getting that defined. Hey, Kathy.
All right. Hey, Kathy.
Welcome. Whoop, whoop. Kathy's in the house. So that's what I'm wondering if I should start doing.
All right. Explain that to me one more time because
I know, because you don't multitask. Okay.
I don't. I was worried about Wes. Yes, he was on the email, but I'm sending it again.
All right. Now Stuart's aware that it's out there, so they'll find it. They'll find it. Yeah. So, yeah. So I think, and Stuart, I said I've decided that when we do it with y'all, that I think I'm just going to show up at Johnny's house and just come walking in behind the camera and go, "Hey, y'all."
Oh my gosh.
Just show up behind him. You know that big plant in the background? I'll just kind of peek from behind the plant in the background. Hey, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, so Kathy's giving feedback. All right, before I read that, I'm going to say what I'm trying to say is I give myself these main got to do this. But in the end, this has so many jobs within that.
Okay. All right.
That I'm thinking that I need to have that broken down into smaller, more appreciative for myself tasks, that when I'm checking that one thing off, I'm really looking at the full picture of all the things that I did. Plus, if I'm making the list that way and breaking it down that next step, I'm less likely to forget a step of doing something that I need to do within that step. So like my thing was like, so I edit episode 186, right? And I'll just put that on there, but I don't put all of what that means. Create the thumbnail, create the wow video, create the reels, create like those need to be their separate to do parts within that. So I now want to figure out how to work that into my Sunday night reset.
I love that because, all right, so like I have tasks like that, right? Like I have on my schedule, like for instance, weekly accounting and payouts, right? I do that every week. But there's probably about 7 parts to that I have to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a lot of feedback. Hold on.
Let me turn my volume down. Maybe it's got my volume. Try again.
Okay, let's see. I think that might have been it.
Okay, sorry about that. My speakers were up louder.
Okay, I think it's
deaf. No, you turn 55, you can't hear nothing.
I'm still getting a little feedback.
All right, well, I'm not going to blame it on me now.
So, yeah, and there's like 7 parts to that, and I've been forgetting because I'm so used to doing it. Like, I'll forget one part of it, and then, like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, you know what? I forgot to go into QuickBooks, or I forgot to, whatever those little parts are. Because, like, you just get into such a routine. It's so easy to forget, like, one little piece of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now,
really smart.
You see what I'm saying? Now I want to figure out how to integrate this idea into my daily planner that I'm in the habit of using, somehow giving each what used to be just a dot on my to-do list, giving it more of a box that then has all the things within that on it. So each box, like edit the video, create social media, list 10 items, those kind of things. And break them up, like under list 10 items. Well, that can be broken up if I'm going to list 3 home goods, 6 clothing. I can get more precise. And I think for me, the good thing is it's going to make me feel even more successful more often throughout the day if I'm breaking it down into more bite-sized pieces instead of this big, massive job that I have to do.
So, yeah, because I mean, you love to check things off of a checklist more than anybody I've ever met in my life.
Oh my gosh. I sit here all day and I just want to check it. I just check it. That's all.
Think of all those checks you're going to be able to do. It's going to feel so amazing.
And you know what? My little digital planner doesn't even have a little pretty little check that you put on your boxes. They don't even give you those, but I thought that's okay because I like to be the one to check it. I don't want them to give me a pretty check. I want to make my own check. Even if it's in a black pen, I don't care.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Here, let's see what Kathy's saying here. So Kathy first said, I think if you do the editing every time, do a checklist for that. It doesn't go on your daily schedule. You pull it to do the editing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like these separate boxes that
Yeah.
then they go under. Yeah. And then her last was, I have a listing chart as well. I also have the daily plan with all the things I need to do each day, and I print it out with 3 days on it at a time. Look at that. She's doing it in 3. See? You see
Oh, you love your 3s.
Ooh, go Kathy. Go Kathy. Yeah.
All right. I'm really liking where this is going. So, all right. So, my next question.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to start?
Well, I got to do it today so that I can start it.
All right. You're actually going to do it today.
Well, yeah. So yesterday, driving to Charlotte, because we went to Charlotte overnight, I was doing my basic, like getting my basic stuff filled in. And that's when I had this aha moment. Not only did I have this aha moment that stopped me from moving forward, but also the road got too bumpy and I was trying to do that. And I said, whoop, put it away. Time to read. But I just wasn't thinking how to do it, which is why I wanted to talk it out.
Okay.
So I think that each task gets its own box with it. Each to do gets its own to do. What do you think?
I can't visualize what that looks like on your planner, I guess, is my problem.
Right, hold on. Let me see if I can get it, if it's
all right, cool.
fed up here. Sometimes it doesn't always move to the computer. Like right now, it hasn't moved to the computer. I wonder how I can refresh this.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, this weekend can't be
there's no yawning in Sunday Reset. I'm kidding. All right, why does it not want to show there? Let's see.
Okay, you work up. You guys let me know in the comments what you are planning this week and how, we know how Kathy, do you have your 3 days printed out already? Are you ready to go Monday through Wednesday? Jill, what do you have? Do you guys have any we know now Jill's going to be on the List Perfectly Live on Friday. We know that's a big thing coming up. Yeah, so I have to look at my calendar. I don't even know. I feel like I haven't finished this week yet. So I'm really having a mental block to look toward the next week. Yes.
All right, I'm going to quit GoodNotes and open it back up, see if that does it.
All right, try that. Yes, Kathy has Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then another already printed for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes.
Show off.
Yeah, my calendar is pretty set. I just
Yeah, this is not syncing. Hold on.
All right, that's all right. I'll chat about my calendar.
Hold on. I'm going to see if I can present. Didn't I present it before from the share screen from the iPad?
I don't remember.
No, that's all right, hang on. Give me just a minute.
Kathy said, I'm not showing off. It's a need to do for me. We never thought you were showing off, girl.
I was just teasing girlfriend.
People share what they're doing and what's working for them. Definitely not showing off. You're sharing.
All right, I'm trying to mirror.
The to-done list was stressing me out. Adding another thing to doing the to-done list. So I'm doing my version of it with the intention journalers. I just jot down some things, some major things I did throughout the day, so I can go back and do it. I was trying it on Google, on Google Tasks and writing it, but then I was getting too stressed because it looked too busy, and it was making me crazy. So I am doing a version of it, a condensed version of it, in the intention journal as I go through my day. Plus, it forces me to look at my intention throughout the day as well. So that's pretty good. And I feel like I really need to celebrate this because it was so much. I really need to celebrate the fact that I made it through this party yesterday. It's done. It's cleaned up. it's done.
And
It's
it
a
was
small win for me. That is a really, really big win. And it was a lot of work. And
she needs to sleep.
I need to sleep, but also like I got to catch up on all the work I missed, right? Like pretty much 2 solid days off. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to taking 2 days off and all the work I have to catch up on when it the shipping doesn't stop. The sales don't stop, hopefully.
Hopefully not.
They didn't. Who didn't?
No,
Oh my gosh.
You were selling stuff for me on platforms I didn't even know I sold on.
Yeah, I texted Molly earlier and I was like, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but you just had a curtsy sale.
I'm like, I didn't even know I listed on Curtsy.
Because what I did was I hooked our Poshmark closet. Thank you, Billy. I hooked our Poshmark closet to Curtsy, and we've had 3 sales. When did I do that? On Wednesday, I hooked it up, and we've had 3 sales there already.
Crazy.
Not bad. Not bad. But, it's one more thing to manage.
I'm going to share the page. I just did like a image of the page the way it is now. It's not like I can mess around with it, but we can look at it. So see,
let's take a look.
There's my July. See the box, the to-do list, the purple to-do list?
Mm-hmm.
Like instead, I could put a little piece of like washi tape over to do and put edit video and then have the little bullet points be all the things I do under edit video. And then have another little box that says coloring book and do all the things I need to do for the coloring book. And another little, and the good thing is I keep moving around like you can see me do it and you can't. I can shift those from page to page, right? So if stuff doesn't get done, I can move it, the whole list to like things that can go over. Like the coloring book is something I work on consistently, not like
so I guess my question is, if you do a sticky note, like do you click on that sticky note and you'll see like all the to-dos under that? Like if it said coloring book.
No, coloring book would have its own note. So what you're seeing now in purple, right? Yeah. Instead of that saying to-do list up top, it would say edit episode 186. And then all the little lines under that one purple is going to say edit main video, make X amount of reels, create wow video, create thumbnail, load video.
I guess my question is, if you have like 3 or 4 of those blocks in a day, that's not enough space to get that all on there.
No, because they'll be smaller. I mean, they're bigger right now, but I can make them smaller.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it'll all fit. Yeah, I think that looks, I think that
sounds awesome. Size right now, because I can mess around with size.
Oh,
just think of the concept of the to-do list.
Yeah.
Each color to-do list, each color can be a different main task I have to get done that week, broken into the little pieces.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Have like a whole day, like a whole page for one day.
Right. And then have that, and then things I don't want to do, I can move over.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Not that I don't want to do, but like things I don't get done. Like each of those to-do lists can slide day to day.
All right. So here's my next question. Each of those to-do lists can slide, but like, is there a template you will have so you don't have to rewrite the to-do list like every time you're doing like your video processing? Like, do you save that to-do list?
Yeah, that one that I create can be copied and pasted and moved every week.
Okay. All right.
It can just go every week. And then I can erase or change any of the smaller things under it or add if something changes for that particular week. I mean, let's just say we record 2 episodes and I've got 2 videos to do. Or, our request is something different. That's what I'm thinking I need to do. That's what I'm thinking I need to try and see what that does. I don't know. That's my thought.
I like that a lot. So there's this book called Checklist Manifesto.
Hey, Jill, drink.
I won't. We're not doing it in book club. Don't drink.
No, we're going to any time with the book and the knowledge and the fact. Here's what really.
Y'all want me to stop reading or what?
No. This is not. This is really an in awe of pointing this out. I can read one book 4 times, and still not tell you the title, author, much less. I can give you a synopsis of it, but the fact that you always remember specific books, specific quotes, specific parts of books. Like, it'd be like, I read in this book one time 8 years ago by John Smith, who said da da da. I'm amazed.
All right. Well, do you know why?
Why?
Because when we're doing the book club, drink Jill, we actually implement the stuff. So it's not like I'm reading it. It's like I'm reading it. I'm taking it in. I'm creating action with it. So like, then you remember it. I'm talking with other people about it. If I just read it, I wouldn't remember it.
But you do, because you always pull quotes from your rear end out of left field. You'll pull, like this book you're about to talk about. Was that a book club book?
No.
Thank you.
And I never finished it, but.
Right. And you're still going to reference something powerful from it. That is what is so impressive about this part of you, that I don't comprehend it, because my brain holds on to none of that. I could read the best book ever and go, oh my God, I love it so much. And then it takes me forever to tell you what the title was. And don't dare ask me to tell you who the main character was. I have no idea. But it was a good book, and I know the main moral of the story.
That's all you need. That's all you need, my friend. Yeah.
Go ahead. All
right. No, that's it. I was just saying it might be a good book for you to take a look at, because it's all about the power of checklists and how it's based on, I think it was written by a doctor. Don't ask me his name. I don't know. This has been years and years. But it was all about like how checklists helped in like the healthcare system and, preventing diseases and the spread of disease, and just how a simple checklist, like the effectiveness of a simple checklist. Because like I said, when I was saying like those 7 things that I will forget one, like each week, because I'm just, you think you know it because you've been doing it so long, but just having those like 7 simple checks are supposedly very effective.
Yeah. I'm picking it up.
All right. Jill's feeling a little buried with consignment, so she needs that all planned out for the week. All right,
Jill. I'm really curious how you're going to plan that out. I don't know, how many different people are you working on right now? Is there a way that you can batch it and conquer it, either by consignor or by item? These are the kind of games we like to play here at Chats. Games. Yes.
So somebody got a van load of consignments yesterday. Me. I think there's 5 different consigners. But I'm going to finish what I have before I even open those boxes.
Look who's back. I'm sorry. I do not mean to interrupt you. However, Jason is back.
Yeah, we were chatting. We were chatting about it. Was it Friday? I was like, I wonder where Jason is. Oh, he's at the beach.
We thought for sure he was still just inside of that trunk bed, emptying out stuff.
There was some concern about you.
Yes. Welcome back. We can't wait to see your smiling face. All right. Anyway, I've now interrupted you the umpteenth time tonight. Gosh, I'm like you tonight. I'm steamrolling you, girl.
I can be steamrolled tonight. I can't. I'm not thinking straight. I really am not. Exactly. Have a separate checklist just for videos. If she wants it on her plan, it would be copy paste. Yeah. I love it. All right. I think this is really such a great idea. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna work this out.
And yes, look, you didn't even have to read the checklist manifesto.
See? See?
All right, let's see. Kathy has a consignment question. So if you need to wash them first, Like the person has a cat. What would you do to keep it clear so that they are for consignment and who they were? All right. Well, I have two parts to that question. Two
Okay.
answers to that question. Number one, I'd send it back, and I don't wash any consignment. It needs to come to me in a very clean and orderly fashion.
Mhm.
That would be number one. Number two, if I was gonna, I don't know, I would never invest the time in washing it. But if I did, I guess I would just do one load of that specific person, take it
Exactly.
out, fold it, and I'd put it in one of my 10,000 IKEA bags I have here
Exactly.
with a label on it. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say too. You just
Yeah.
wash by consigner.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Like
put that
you
kind of
don't
time.
wash consignment items either, do you?
No, I have
No.
on a very, very rare occasion, but only if it was an uh-oh stain. Like if I went through all the process of getting it in the system and I'm over there and I'm photographing it and I'm on my fifth photograph and notice a spot I didn't notice originally and I've already put some of the work in, then I'll do what I give it. It's one chance and it only gets one chance where I will put a little stain remover, send it through the wash once. If that doesn't get it out, then it's out.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it right off the bat. No.
Yeah.
Usually things that are stained or spotted or covered in hair just automatically go to the donate pile.
You know what my breaking point was with that, right? Do you remember that woman that came in the store
No. Remind
and
me.
wanted me to wash her boots?
Oh, yes. And I remember the woman.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about here. And I was just like,
yeah.
I mean, the ones on your feet?
Yeah.
No. That was, I mean, we all have our breaking points. That happened to be mine. I literally had to walk in the back room because it was so condescending and so offensive. But yeah. So and that's a fine line you have to walk with consignment. Like if you do it this time and they come back, the other thing is they might expect that kind of service. And when you're doing consignment, a lot of times you don't have the extra time and money like to be putting into fixing items. Like if something came in, let's say like I just had that large lot of vintage clothing and I had some really, really cool pieces. This was a consignment that had damage on them. I listed them with the damage.
Right.
They
highlighting and showing them using terms like cutter piece and crap.
Yeah.
So Kathy's saying that she has the comment that's been all the rage in the conversations the last month about I wash these things kind of thing. And Kathy, yes, those are good to have, but I think the difference is for us, like when you are a consignment business, it is the expectation that they are washing it prior to bringing it to you.
Yes.
When you go out and source something at a thrift store, then that is your job as the sourcing person to make sure that item gets washed and ready to go. But as a business, our expectation is that we're never going to wash those consigned items. It's up to them to do that. That's part of the rules of consigning with us, is that they need to wash them right before they package them to bring.
Yeah.
And make sure that they are odor-free, stain-free, pet hair-free, all those good things.
Like I do that if I go to the bin, if I go anywhere and I'm sourcing clothing, I will wash it, but that's my money. I'm investing in it, right? I've bought the item. I've chosen to do that.
Right. Well, you're following your rules because you're going to put it in your store, and your rules for anybody who wants their items in your store is that they wash it. You're just following your own rules.
Oh, I guess I am.
You got to wash them, honey. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I have a few that some pieces, I've gotten some beautiful wool pieces that there's a few pet hairs that sometimes are hard for them to get off, and they put the effort in them, they're clean, but there's still a few lingering hairs that aren't going to take you more than 3 minutes to roll them off. I have done that, but if it's blatant covered in hair, no.
Yeah.
It's not worth my time.
Yeah.
But again, that is your judgment call,
Absolutely.
right? Your business call. This is how we do things, but
Right.
certainly if you only have a handful of consigners and want to put that work in because you have the time to, that's certainly a call you make for your business.
Or that's part of the service you provide,
Yeah.
I mean, that could definitely be, that you do that. Tack on an extra 10-15% if you're expected to wash them.
Yeah. Jason, I believe it is. I believe there was some crossover there on those dates.
It starts on the 19th. Yes, I just listened to Pam. We were talking about that, I think, before you hopped on here about what a great job she did. And thanks for posting that in the community. I know Molly shared it in our stories that day, but we weren't able to be there live, but she was incredible.
Not surprising.
Yeah, so camp listing party starts August 19th. And yeah, I think we will be presenting at camp listing party. We just had to figure out the date and time because I will be on the road on the 19th.
Yeah,
I'll be
that's the hard part. But we do need to put that into our business meeting schedule soon because that's coming up, so we can figure out exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, because it is. I mean, you'll be at your house on the 19th, and I'll be in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Kathy, that's a great idea. Yes, absolutely. I'm sure everybody can see it, but I'm gonna pop it up anyway.
Yes.
There you go.
The only thing I would add with that was sometimes washing does not get the smoke out. So maybe be careful about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Jason, I thought you were coming straight from the beach to the mountains. I thought you were going beach to mountain, like one of those like bike rides that people do, straight from the beach to Gatlinburg. What? Come on, man.
All right, so we got your list. You're gonna do your to-do list tonight, and you're gonna have all of that out. And I can't wait to hear how it works. Do you care to share the story about why you are here after such a long day here with us? What happened last week without the reseller reset?
Oh my gosh, y'all!
Did you forget?
I wanted to forget. You mean when I showed up Monday morning and couldn't even function?
Yeah.
That's a long damn drive, girl. You got this.
It's worth it.
And y'all, just so as a reminder, this is why we pop it up. See, Jill knows too. She was in the same thing. Yes, this is why. Because when we didn't do it last week and Monday morning came around, I could not begin to function. I was so overwhelmed, and I realized by the time our motivation in minutes started at 8:50, I had been productive, but it was like a crumb of this and a crumb of that and a string of this and a splash of that. I had done stuff, but none of it was equating to one particular finality of something.
You're like, I did 10 things, but I feel like none of them had to be done. Like they weren't the things I needed to do. None of them.
This Sunday reset is so important to me now. It just is. That's all I gotta say.
All right. So challenges. You know that breaking your task down into checklists is gonna be great. You're gonna do that. Challenges this week, or challenges you even foresee with that?
Challenges I see. Well, just life that comes in the way. First of all, things happen.
Right.
That we know. I think the challenges for me are just getting used to it. And my biggest challenge is going to be not being so determined to perfect the process first than just to get something set, try it out, and then at the end of each week, fix what isn't working in the process. Because you know me, thank goodness everything starts on a Monday for me, and tomorrow's Monday. But normal me would spend a good 3 days perfecting my new system prior to actually using
Did you notice the first question I asked you when you said you were going to do this was, how are you going to start it?
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Because I thought, all right, well, I'm going to spend the next 3 days doing it. And you're like, no, I'm just going to do it tonight. So that's,
I'm just going to put them on there and I'm going to fill them out. And then I'll learn what's working, what's not working, and adjust each week as, okay, I thought this part would work in this particular day timer app, and this isn't working. It's better if I do it this way or that way. But I'm just going to start. I'm going to start doing it and breaking it down that way.
All right. I love it. All right. I want to know, Jill, let's come up with a plan here, because you're buried under consignments, and what do you think is going to work? What's your proposal here? I want to know. Let's work through this.
Yes.
Now, mine are just lined up. Like, that's all I can't even, I personally have so many that I can't look at the whole picture. Like, they're literally sitting outside on my sorting table right now. They cannot come in here. I cannot look at them because I just I'll stop, being able to breathe normally.
I'll just say breathing.
So mine are out of sight, but they are lined up in order of how I'm going to do them, but I'm bringing them in one at a time. That's my plan. That's how I'm handling them, because I'm feeling that too.
Is my screen going blurry again?
No.
Because I keep seeing that little thing pop up on I got to figure out what my problem is with StreamYard on my computer. Oh, Carmen's meal prepping.
Yeah, remember she said she meal preps every Sunday. That's good.
Yeah.
I might have to add that in, maybe in the fall.
I was just going to say, maybe we need to have Carmen join us on a Sunday night on one of the non-starter nights, reset nights, to do a meal prep with us.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Share some recipe ideas, see how she does it. I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah, I've never done that. I'm a very moody eater. Like, I'll eat what I'm in the mood for. So, can I try? All right. I spent today organizing items lined up, ready to photograph, and yes, one consignor at a time. I'll send emails to each of them telling that I plan on having them done by this date. Okay, great.
Girl is ready.
Girl is ready. Not only is she ready, but she created her own accountability system. Yeah. All right.
Look, giving myself plenty of time to get them listed. Good.
Right.
Carmen's got the boring same stuff every day. Well, so what's boring to you, Carmen?
Food?
Will be exciting.
Food-wise, I think she means. Does she mean food?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so what's boring to her, right? That she's cooking boring same stuff every day meal prep probably is exciting to us. Yeah, we could share ideas. All right, I got to get the new book club rolling first before we start adding something else. Oh.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. All right. So that's good. All right. I'm going to look at my schedule and see, all right, what other challenges do you have this week?
I'm not sure that I have any real challenges.
Oh, wait. No, you do.
Oh, yes, I do.
Tomorrow we're gonna do a pop-up live sale at Conchi Consignment.
What did I say earlier? Because things just happen that you're not planning. Oh, a pop-up sale tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It has to be before Thursday, to make sure everything works with 2 hosts for the fundraiser. So you let me know. You put that in your schedule. Let me know when you have some availability. But
oh, Lord.
Yep. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun to try that out. But it will be hard to... I don't have it in my schedule either. So that is going to be a challenge here that we have to make time for. I'm gonna do these in order. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Chicken for salad.
Yes.
Pop Jason up here. I heard Libby in my head and reset my desk to 0 today. Kind of cheat day at the office. Woo!
Yes, you're gonna feel so good when you walk in there tomorrow morning. I hear Jill in my head every night, and I'm like, oh God, I don't feel like it. No, I do. Yes. Jason's part of the Reset Club. Oh, Jason, does that mean I get to call you out on my daily video as well? So I have, I have
Listen, he
Jill,
just put it in writing.
Yeah, I have Jill, Shar, Kathy, and Mr. C Chats.
Mr. C Chat.
And now it'll be Jason. Although, should Jason be Mr. C Chats? No, definitely. Nick is Mr. C Chats. He gets called out too. Yeah, so I better.
Got a lot to keep up with.
List, yes.
Got a lot to keep up with, girl.
It feels so good when I come down here and I'm not walking into a mess. And let me tell you how challenging it is on nights that I do the live sale, but so worth it, because you've seen, I've done videos of what my area looks like after I do a live sale. It looks like a tornado whirled through this place. Like, it looks
Not
like
only have I
throwing
seen,
stuff.
not only have I seen yours, I've lived mine.
To walk into that the next morning when you have shipping to do and you have calls to be on and you have this, that, and the other thing is the most defeating feeling. Like, you just automatically feel defeated. Who wants to feel like that first thing in the morning?
Turn and walk back out. I'm done for the day.
I'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to work upstairs today because...
and pretend none of this ever happened.
And that's what I would feel like. Ugh. No more, though. Like, I make myself reset on Thursday nights to 0. And it is amazing how much better I feel on Friday mornings. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Jason says this sounds like a serious commitment. It is a serious commitment when you reset to 0. Because you're going to hear all of our voices in your head now.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be voices.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jill said, not really, just something to strive for. Not always perfectly reset, but a little bit I do is so much better than nothing. That's
Boom.
right. That's right.
Boom.
Like, when I'm done here, I'm even going to finish my shipping. Like, I'm not committed to resetting to 0. Like, I'm
doing mine tonight too. How about that?
Let's see. Can you see my table there? That is filled with shipping.
Ooh. Go girl.
It's all ready to be printed out. It's packaged.
Nice.
That's the new table I picked up. Avery got at the auction today.
I love that table. Y'all, if you haven't seen, go on our YouTube and watch the quick video Libby put up of their auction today that she went to with her son Avery and friend Robert. I'm so proud of her that not only did she do all she did this weekend, but attended the auction today with the boys and put a video up.
So, all right, the real reason behind the video is I'm sorry, it was not for the sea chatters. It was, but it wasn't. So we go, like, Robert came to the party yesterday. It's my son's friend, Robert, longtime, like, family friends. And he'd never been to an auction. So Avery's like, let's go to the auction tomorrow. I'm like, I can't, I have to do the podcast. And I was like, oh, well, I'll meet you guys over there afterward. They stayed for the whole thing. Wow. And, so they were auctioning off, they were doing a boat, like a speedboat, kind of like a boat, right? Yeah, they were doing that. And I was like, oh my God, like, if they get a boat, his mother's going to kill me. His mom, Polly's my bestie. And I was like,
I would love to see Polly's face if Robert came home with a speedboat.
She's going to kill me, right? And I'm like, oh my God, Avery has like the hitch and everything on the back of the Pilot. Oh my God, like, they could legit do this. But so the boat was auctioned off before I got there. It was like a $6,000 reserve and it went for like 7 or 8, I don't know. But so they didn't come home with the boat. But they did come home with a truckload of stuff and then filled my CRV as well. And his mom kept texting me. I was like, oh, the auction was nuts. The auction was nuts. And I was like, oh, you'll just have to wait until they get home to see what they got. You'll have to wait. And she's like, well, what did they get? What did they get? And I'm like, oh, I said, all right, I'll make a video. Yeah, I said, just wait, I'll make a video. You can watch that.
No, so it was for Polly originally.
It was for Polly. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We're second in line on this one.
But I have to laugh. There was one thing I found super funny about that video. And like my son is such a boy, right? So did you see he bought the doll carriage? There's a doll carriage. He bought the doll carriage, and I cut part of it. I cut part of it out because he was carrying on about the suspension on the doll carriage. He's like, look at the suspension and the spring. This thing is like top notch. I'm like, only a guy would be like talking about the suspension on a doll carriage, right? Like,
I have to say, I was a little freaked out by some of your purchases, my friend. I thought all those little things that I've shown that you've gone, that is completely creepy, Molly. I don't like it. Like my little pumpkin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's creepy.
Hello, that dog. That's a dog nightmares are made from.
That was yeah. I got some really weird stuff. I only spent like $40 at the auction today. Like hardly anything.
You did really good.
Yeah, a lot of kitchen
dolls. You know my rule about dolls.
All right. So ever since we went to the auction and Avery and I got that Shirley Temple doll that was jammed in a suitcase. The suitcase sold, the doll sold, all of the stuff, all of the clothing. I mean, we made hundreds of dollars on that. We paid $1 or $2 for the suitcase full of this doll stuff. So I'm into dolls now. That was just like so exciting to me. I just loved that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't have any dolls, but anyway.
You do now.
Yeah. And now we have a doll carriage pram with great suspension.
Great suspension. Oh, that was too funny.
My god. That's the part of the video that cracked me up. He's talking about the suspension on it. Oh my god.
This is one of the things I love about what we do, and I love it when I watch other people in the business doing it, is that it is such a family. It can be such a family business, and that's really something I love. The fact that you got to go spend time with Avery and Robert today and had that fun. And yeah, I was just watching my girl that I love that was at in Charlotte with us. Oh my gosh, the young blonde, her husband was with her. I can't believe I can't think of her name, and I watch her all the time.
I know who you're talking about too. Maybe Jason remembers.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Stuart. Night.
Night, Stuart. He's a grandpa now. He's got to go to bed early. Those grandpas, you know.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what is her name? Not the homeschool picker, but
It's something like that, isn't it? Something.
Hustle at Home Mom.
Hustle at Home Mom. Yeah.
So Hustle at Home Mom, love her. Today I was watching her video coming home from Charlotte on my iPad in the car, and she's got her son and her little boy is with her, and her little boy, number one, manners are phenomenal, but it's just so sweet. All their, like, the things he's learning, and he's helping her pick stuff up, and it just, I don't know. I love it. So many reasons I love the business, but that's another big one, is that it can be such a good family business that your kid can be a part of.
It is. And you know what happens afterward when we were going through the stuff? Emma was like, my daughter hates auctions like more than anything. She hasn't gone in years because I tortured her at one time, like an all day one. And she hates them. She was like, oh, wow, I didn't know they had cool stuff like that there. I think I'm going to go. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's even better. Yeah. Oh, as she said, Ashley's in Utah with Joe.
Yeah, Ashley from Utah. Watching her with her son, I love watching her, period, but I just love that she takes her son with her off and on and is so patient with him. And I don't know. Aww. I just love it.
So cute.
Little warm and fuzzies, you know.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking at the schedule. So I think that pop up, and we have our big fundraiser on Thursday night. That's going to be awesome, but it's going to be, time that we need to put aside to prep and do.
Who, me? I will be there.
Both of us. So I think I want to do the The virtual 5K, 1K, 5K, whatever.
Okay.
I think we should do a Conchi team again this year. I know we did last year. But
Right.
I didn't get to really participate like Amy did and Victoria and my aunt. But I was in the middle of the move, so I couldn't really do it. But I think we should do it a virtual team again this year. I know Nick did it and you did it. Yeah. So I think that would be kind of fun. Yeah.
So y'all get your walking shoes ready. You know what? We need to put it to our group, our little exercise group. We need to tell them too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Get everybody to do it with us.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be a fun day. August 24th it is. Yeah. Put that down. Awesome. Yeah. I didn't see your message from Embra. Was it in Facebook Messenger? I've been literally like running nonstop for 2 days. I'm sorry. Aww. Oh, we got to add Carmen to the exercise group.
Yes.
Exercise. We'll use that term loosely.
Yeah. So really it's not an it's a motivation group. We're trying to remind each other to move and hydrate. So Jill, will you add Carmen to that?
Yes. And if you can't, I will. Yes.
Faux show.
All right, in the Wordle group. No, I will check that as soon as we're done here, my friend. I'm way behind on everything. But I might reset to 0 and do my shipping first. I don't know.
I'm thinking you better. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, I'm just going to keep my consignments in check. Jill has a plan for hers. You have your to-do. My biggest thing is going to be having the time get listing this week. I think last week was a real challenge for me. I did not get the number of listings up that I needed to get up last week. It did not happen. I think I was almost $400 short, which that's not a crazy amount, but you know, when you commit to do something, you do it, right?
You're going to make it happen, girl.
So this week I'd like to make up that $400 that I was. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to say I took a vacation day last week. I don't want to take a vacation day. I want to save those for Gatlinburg.
That's right.
Yeah.
And don't you forget it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already filling in my to-do list as we speak, right?
Oh, awesome. You go, girl. You go, girl. All right. So, yep, I think we're almost done. Does anybody have any challenges this week they want to walk through? Any suggestions they have? I have to say another thing I did this week that I was super proud of is I did my slight edge list every day, which means I did my cleanup, I organized my email, I did physical activity, gratitude and connection, I learned something, I spent some time learning the app, and I did 5 minutes of Conchi. So all those things are things I spend a minimum of 5 minutes on throughout the day. And I was super consistent with that this week. And I also spent time on Conchi Connects because I've committed to spending 5 minutes a day all year long on Conchi Connects so that when the week of the fundraiser comes up, I don't have a meltdown like I did for the Fearless Living one because I was so unprepared.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
That is a lot. How many times did you pat yourself on the back?
I'm doing it right now. I'm saying like I'm proud of myself. I did that consistently all week, and it's not easy. Yeah.
Wanted to be sure that you are patting yourself on the back for all that because that is a lot of big success.
It's a lot of little 5-minute things that really add up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I'm proud to say I know you.
And I have to say, all right, so my word of intention for Friday was, and it carried me through the weekend, it was word of intention was intention, and it recentered me. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to be using that word a lot more often because like yesterday morning, I got up and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm having a party here for 60 people. I got to go get the cake. I have to go get the this, the that, like put the decoration. Like I had to do just so much stuff. And I was like, wanting it to, of course, like when you're having people, you want it to be nice. A lot of friends and family hadn't been to my house yet. So of course I wanted it to look perfect and,
Of course.
yada, yada, yada. I was like, all right, back it up. Like, what is my intention? My intention was to celebrate my daughter and my niece yesterday. That was the most important thing. Like all of my house looking perfect, things being perfect. That was not my intention. My intention was to celebrate them. So whenever I started to get like, how you get crazy before you're hosting something and you start to lose your mind a little bit.
Who, me?
I just like recentered myself and was like, that is not my intention. My intention is that. And then my next intention, once everything was set, was to spend time with family and friends and not be distracted trying to make things look perfect and everything be beautiful and blah, blah, blah. It was really, really helpful. It just like, it took me back down to like what was really important.
I'm so proud of you.
So I don't know if anybody wants to try that. If you're having a stressful time, think about the intention. It's pretty powerful.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. I do better with my words of intention when I choose one that invokes a mindset way more than a task. Make sense? Absolutely makes sense.
Absolutely.
Instead of saying list, you're going to say focus or sparkle or
enthusiasm. That's one of my favorites. Joy. Yeah.
Blaze, because Samantha does really good with blazing.
Blaze, man. I think she just needs to be her word for the year.
Right? Who knew that was going to be such a biggie?
Yeah. So, all right. So I think, like a task is more of a goal. And we talked about this a little bit on Friday morning because I'd been listening to Oprah. So I was on like a big, like, how I get. But they were, and she was talking about like when you choose your intentions, you're choosing what you are in that moment, right? You're not.
Oh, I like that.
You're choosing the goal, right? It's the intention is who you are, like right now, right? I'm an organized person. I'm a person that, gets my workspace back. I'm a person that, is successful in my business. I'm a person that gets out and walks every day. I'm a person. Yeah,
we have a problem with the shipping department.
No.
Real time here.
Oh, there's some shoes that are in boxes in their own box.
Hold on. We had this discussion. You need to come tell them what happened because Libby's going to say, wait a minute, we just talked about this on an episode. Go ahead. Tell them what happened. Tell the people.
Go ahead. Tell us what happened. Then we're going to address what Jill said.
Mr.
Yeah.
P-Cats.
The shipping department went through all of our shoe buckets in the garage.
It feels like 102 kind of day today, right? So the garage.
So we went through the shoe department, or we went through the shoes, all 16 buckets of shoes, not once, but twice. And it was only when we got towards the end of going through all of the buckets twice that I remembered, there's some shoes up in the inventory room that are in their own box. I wonder if that's one of those.
So,
sure enough.
Because I said to Molly, well, you know what? She's like, I have stuff hanging in the other room. And I said, well, I think you should say that it's hanging. Like I have a shelf that's called rack hanging and rack hanging 1, You should say Nick's shoe area. And she said, I can't tell him that.
I probably could right now because he's dripping with sweat. I think he's off.
I just did. It needs to be an inventory.
Samantha is going to love every moment of this whole little scenario here, isn't she?
Well, that just played out really, really perfectly.
No, she's had a weekend away.
Oh my God.
From the vacay.
All right, so Jill says if she chooses energy, for instance, all her tasks are done with energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's who you are right then and there. Like you don't have to wait to change. You don't have to wait to set a goal. You don't have to wait. Like you do it.
Yeah.
I love it. I never thought of intention like that, but it really is like how you are. Yeah.
Love it. You know, when you're talking about roadblocks this week, I think we just got one.
What?
I think our plans for the weekend are probably changed into rechanging more things in our system.
That's okay. It's okay. It's all part of your yearly goal. All right. Kathy's almost out of space. I have a bunch of consignment, but once I process, I have only a few spots to put them away.
Ooh, you might need some sales running or something. Ooh.
Yeah. Get some stuff moving out. What can you do to get stuff moving out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I'm going to go for my shipping and watch the video and do my reseller reflections for the evening.
I got to finish my schedule, and the shipping department is clearly working on shipping, so I better get my part of it ready.
Sorry, Nick. Inventory is go ahead.
Inventory is an ever-changing process at Rusted Truck Relics.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. We got more. A sale, good idea, or do a live sale on Poshmark. Have you done live sales on Poshmark? That would be one question.
Yeah. Because
that is an option. Have you done them? Do you feel like, I got this? If not, what a great way to learn it. Right?
Yeah. And I mean, I personally, we started our live selling over the summer specifically. It wasn't a specific reason, but it turned out to be really good because sales are low, viewership is low. You can figure out the kinks. You can build some momentum. Like the summer is a great time to do that if it's something you really want to do. Yeah.
Look at this. She's got to do it.
Oh,
she promised she would this month. So
does Samantha have it on her spreadsheet?
Is it on the spreadsheet? Oh, look, here we go. Kathy Carmen wants to know so she can watch and learn from you.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. All right.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I like it.
Now, I don't know about I'm wondering about the Poshmark Lives. Like, is it good? Like, do you have to build momentum? Or, like, do you get stuff up? What is now? What did I miss?
Jill, it is now, meaning it's on Samantha's list now. Oh, she put it in her promise. Book list of promises. Okay. Well, guess what? It's probably going to be on your spreadsheet now.
It's out in the universe. Not only do you have to reset to 0, but now you got to do a Poshmark Live sale. Yep.
You got to watch what you say around the C-Chats, ladies.
Seems that your first live sale is a giveaway. Yeah. I mean, I think that's mostly with live selling is you have to do it consistently and build up momentum and, build a viewership and be consistent. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're like giving this stuff away or whether, not much will sell. I don't know how that is on Poshmark, like with your first one. I know we'll have to ask that at Mastermind on Tuesday because I know a lot of people have done live sales.
Yeah,
on Poshmark Lives in particular. I've never done a Poshmark Live, but yeah. All right, it is late.
I
gotta
ship. And don't you forget it. All right, y'all have a great night.
Yes,
we've got to get this stuff going.
All right, Kathy has one last comment here. I helped someone on Friday and we had technical issues. It was making me nervous.
Thank you, Jill. Well, worst case scenario, you go on live, and we've done that before where things haven't worked. We come back on live, right? Like,
yeah, it happens.
Everybody understands. It's a forgiving community typically.
Yeah. And like how you feel, like it took us a while to learn this, how you feel like when you're on camera and something goes wrong and something blows up and stuff happens, you're freaking out, right? But your audience is not freaking out. They're just like, whatever, they like a good screw up sometimes. It just makes you human and relatable. It's not, you're panicking and you're feeling that and you think you blew everything up, but that's not what it appears to the outside world, because that stuff it's going to happen. If you want it to be perfect, woo, baby, maybe live selling is a bad choice. I don't know. But Kathy's a natural performer, so she'll.
I know, that's what she should do great at it.
Absolutely. That'll be fun.
We have faith in you, darling.
Yes.
All
right, Zier, close this out here. Wrap it up.
All right, y'all. Until next time. That would be 8:50 in the morning for you Patreon people for what I put as MIM, motivation in minutes.
Mim.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.